sipping on ginger juice. Laid back, with my mind on my juice and my juice on my mind. My wife is looking at me like I'm insane. My kids think that I've possibly lost it. They may be right. It is day 4 of the juice fast, and I have an incredible amount of energy right now. I'm going to start working on making the juices for tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to show you kind of what we do here. I got my handy-dandy Champion juicer. I really, truly am half tempted to make a video that is like Will It Juice, where I just randomly try to juice random things like pumpkin rind and like pumpkin stem and, I don't know, 2x4s and cinder blocks and stuff like that. I won't, because it's not my juicer. But I honestly think the Champion would be up for it. So here's the juicer that I'm using for this particular juice fast. It's a Champion. It's an old school model of Champion, but it is a fantastic juicer. Basically, it's just a giant motor back here on the back, and then that motor is connected to some incredibly sharp teeth on a kind of an impeller on the inside. Kind of get down here so you can kind of see the deal here. Now, this is different than a centrifugal juicer. This is a masticating juicer, and basically it just chews up whatever you put in there, and then the juice falls out the bottom through a little filter that's down here inside of this. So basically, I'm going to set up the juices that I'm going to make for tomorrow. I'm kind of run you guys through the process of how this works. It's a lot of produce all up front, and I make my juices the night before because I don't have it together enough in the morning to juice first thing. I just like to grab my stuff and go. And I know some people are like, yeah, but it oxidizes in the fridge. I honestly don't notice that much of a difference. So we're going to go ahead and just run you through. I'm only going to make 2 juices. My green juice that I made yesterday doubled, and it actually made double what I needed. So I've still got that from yesterday. And then I'm going to go through and make a beet carrot apple for tomorrow morning. And then I'm really excited because I get to do my raw V8 for dinner tomorrow night. So that'll be pretty cool. So I'll run you through kind of how that works. All right, so that's basically what we're going to do for the beet, carrot, and apple. It's just a bunch of carrots there, some apples, some beets. It's about 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 essentially, up to 32 ounces. Now what I typically will do is I'll juice the beets, and then I'll juice the apples, and if it looks like I need to put one more apple in there, I'll put one more apple in there, and then just kind of run it up with carrots to the top. So I'm just going to go through. I peel a lot of the stuff. I won't peel the apples, but I peel a lot of the stuff, beets in particular, because I can't handle the dirt-like taste that kind of comes with juicing just straight beets. I can't do it. Some people can. I'm sure it's like my grandpa used to tell me the vitamins are under the crust, but you know, I don't know. For me, I peel both the carrots and the beets to get it a little less earthy flavored and a little more just juice flavored. And I find for me that's the way to go. So I'm going to start peeling these puppies and start processing them. All right, so there it is. That's the final product. That is 1/3 beet, 1/3 carrot, 1/3 apple, and that'll be my breakfast tomorrow morning. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make this really good raw V8 that I found. All right, so here's what we can do for a raw V8. It's going to take 1/2 of a beet. It's going to take a half a red pepper, a quarter of a jalapeno pepper. I use the seeds, give it a little more heat. Okay, a really big 1 clove of elephant garlic, sliced in half. 1 celery stalk, good sized celery stalk. About a handful of spinach. About a quarter of a white onion, 6 carrots, and 4 tomatoes. What we'll do is we'll throw all these in the juicer, we'll blend it all up, and then what I do is I add salt and a little more heat if I need to taste, kind of make it a spicy V8. But this is a really good, really savory juice for the evening. So that's the finished product. As you can tell, it looks a lot like the one that we just did. Everything's a little bit purple when you throw beets and stuff in it, which means that tomorrow, since I'm having 2 beet-based juices, is going to be Purple Surprise Day, which for those of you who have juiced beets before know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, give it a shot. I promise you're not dying. I'm pretty much done here. I'm not going to do much more. Both the juices are done. I got to do a bunch of cleanup and stuff. That's the one downside. There is a lot of cleanup. Compost is doing fantastic as we're throwing all this stuff that's pulp and stuff out into the compost. But that puts me with 3 juices for tomorrow morning, morning lunch and or breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But yeah, day 4. Pretty much done. I'm going to have a little bit of mint tea tonight before I go to bed, and out I go here in a little bit. So hope everybody else that's doing this is doing well, and keep on keeping on.